Thank you. Well, being here is always good. I went back and counted. I think it's my 8th or 9th Ecosummit. I've definitely been here for the very first one in 2010, and it feels like a bit like a family reunion, so happy to be back. Well, today I want to give you an update about scaling the unscalable. Some of you might know we follow a strategy which is driven by a very deep vertical integration, and in the last 12 months as a company we've transformed ourselves into from being very much a first sale oriented company into more of a customer lifetime oriented company, and that will be the content of my update. But first of all, why do we do heat? Well, heat is by far the largest segment. So macroeconomically, it's 25% of the primary energy consumption in this country is residential heat. And microeconomically, 80 to 85% of a private household in Germany is also consumed for heat. So it's a large market. The German residential heat market, including services, is 12 billion every year. And when we looked at the market many years ago, we thought, well, it's quite a beautiful market, in a startup founder's, dream coming true. It's very fragmented. In 2013, when we launched, only 15% of German installation companies actually had a website, so it was very offline driven and very much also driven by intransparent pricing. Just some facts. So we've now in business for 4.5 years, and in those 4.5 years, we've been growing quite nicely. Kind of like pushing 300 employees. 13 of them are apprentices, for the Germans in the room. This is important. And also as an entrepreneur, showing some responsibility here. The first vintage will be hitting the 3rd year of their apprenticeship actually this summer. We have more than 10,000 customers, should be 11,500 actually by now. And we have quite a diverse group of shareholders, financial, institutional shareholders, as well as some corporates. I think kind of like a third of my board is actually in the room at the moment. And then we have never really been in a topic for awards, but 2017 we hit it off. Quite some awards for us in 2017. Probably the one on the right-hand side is the one that matters the most to us because it's fact-based. We've been awarded by Financial Times the 2nd fastest-growing company in Europe for the years 13 to 16. Well, how do we do it? Like I said, we really believe in a deep vertical integration, and we always say we started the company from left to right. So the very first thing we were good at is lead generation, and I would say today we're probably superb in lead generation. We have developed a lead score which allows us to really cater to the specific attributes of a lead, and then we have very distant processes following that lead score, whether it's being in outside sales or in telesales or in an email marketing campaign. Then there's sales, engineering, and financing. That is then based on our proprietary software called Manfred, our offer algorithm, which we developed over those years. And then we have an operations platform that allows us to then really manage all these processes. Just to give you one fact, in Germany you have more than 800 gas grid operators. And some of them are paper-based, some of them are email-based, some of them are probably still fax-based, and they have different lead times. And all that is in our database to allow us to kind of like lead that permitting communication with these guys. And ultimately, the 4th one is really what we were focused on in the last 12 months, the after-sales bit. Naturally, our revenue mix is very much driven by our first sale. Obviously, our first ticket is rather high. Our first ticket is close to 8,000 euros. But now it's really about monetizing also that installed base. Just for everybody, because I guarantee you later on when we have some conversations, people are going to ask me that question again. Yes, all our installers are actually employed. They are on our payroll. We firmly believe in that. We took that decision in early 2014, and we see now many companies in the market that kind of follow suit, whether it's in the PV space or in the battery space too. So we really believe in bringing technology and people together, certainly in a let's say, rather traditional environment, and we feel that this is an edge and a competitive advantage for us. And that's kind of like the slide that shows how we look at ourselves today and what we've been working on. So the boiler and the solar thermal, that was launched in 2013. And like I said, that average ticket is rather high, so we're in a good position to afford, we can actually afford a decently high CPO, so cost per order or customer acquisition costs. And Thermondo Care, which is our maintenance product, which is typically a 2-year contract that then extends itself, as well as Thermondo 365, which is our leasing product, are then driving our after-sales business. And in the weeks to come, we'll be launching a gas product, an electricity product, and a heat contracting product, Thermondo 365 Plus. But if you zoom into our leasing product, Thermondo 365, today, any given month, around 30% of our customers actually don't buy anymore, they lease the product. And that translates into 10-year contracts. So we are a company generating 10-year consumer contracts. Legally, that is only possible in the European Union because we own the asset in the basement. So we have raised, until today, 20 million euros project finance debt, which we use to finance, obviously, our assets in people's basements. That also means that we know that for the next 10 years, we'll be coming back to that premise, to that customer, at least once a year to perform the maintenance. We obviously have quite some data about our customers. We know their house, we know the size of the size and the shape of the roof, for instance, and we know their power consumption, we know their gas consumption. So we feel very comfortable in monetizing, or confident in monetizing that relationship going forward. Because we're a trusted partner, because we have built something that is, in our view, quite unique, because we've brought these two worlds together, you know, the process-oriented, scalable online and digital world together with the soul of local installers, because the installer that comes to your home is actually from your region, speaking your local dialect, but of course in a Thermondo branded experience. Another product that is picking up very nicely is our maintenance product. Recently, we launched an all-online conversion route. So you're a customer of ours, you got your heating system installed, and then we follow up on that one with a couple of emails. And our conversion rate on that product, on that all-online conversion route, is quite nice. It's deep in the double digits, and so it's once again we're marrying technology and customer experience here. So you get a specific, obviously customized email, then you get a customized landing page, and then with a pre-filled contract form, you decide which level you go for, whether it's basic, comfort, or premium, with different service levels attached to it. And then you push the button, and we'll be partners for quite some time. And now to give you some facts, from last quarter, Q1 2017 to Q1 18, those two products actually helped us to translate into 38% growth on the after-sales bit. So remember, our first sale is close to 8,000 euros net, and now we are driving after-sales. We are pushing 1,800 euros after-sales revenue already, and that already only with two different products. And if you go back to our ability of how much we can pay for each customer, now you can kind of like ask yourself, so how do you manage your company? So we could be more aggressive and buy customers on that revenue and margin level, or we could be more conservative and buy it on the first sale only. On marketing efficiency, also there we moved forward. Our marketing efficiency today is at record levels. We only spend 3.5% of our revenue on marketing. Last year, at this point in time, it was like 8-9%. So having said that, thank you very much for your attention.